So, is life meaningless if we can live forever? That's hard because, like, my gut answer is no, because you would have so much more time to like do all of the things you wanted. You would have a greater ability to make a change in the world, and I feel like it's really important. Like, if you have unlimited time and effectively unlimited resources, you can do so much more good in the world. So that would, I feel like, give a lot more meaning to your life if you could live forever. But on the other hand, there's a real sense in which the kind of fleeting nature of life, I guess, means you have to pick something to do. You have to, not one thing, but you have to, prioritize, and that kind of forces you to really live out your values, whereas if you had forever, you wouldn't really have to make those kinds of choices. And so I don't know if it's the choices or the good you do that define how much your life means. So I don't really have an answer, but those are kind of the things that I would be weighing. What is true happiness? I mean, shoot, man, that's rough. I mean, definitely a part of it is to live according to your values. I think it's important to have something, some idea of goodness that is bigger than yourself, that you believe in, and that you can put something of yourself into. Like for me, that's animal welfare, and I want to be a biologist. That's like something I'm really passionate about separately from that. And those two things kind of go well together because biology is an area where I could have influence in this thing that I value. So I think it's that idea of something bigger than yourself is important for true happiness. Also, I think just perspective. This is kind of linked to that, but just recognizing what things are really important and what things are arbitrary, and realizing that it's okay not to care about things that other people do care about, and just that you are the judge of what matters. I think that's really important.
I like that.
Thank you. What holds me back from doing the things that I really want to do? I think probably I think they'll be a lot harder than they will be. And also the fact that there are a lot of things that I would like to do almost as much that are good enough that are so much easier to do, so it's easy to default to those things. Like, I'm kind of a nerdy person. Like, I enjoy just reading and learning about stuff, and that's pretty passive. Like, you don't have to really do anything because that's just bringing stuff into you. And so I think that the ease of that can kind of get in the way of really producing something or going and doing something and interacting with people. And not that you have to be interacting with people all the time, like introversion is cool and valuable, but that whatever your thing is, there's usually an easier thing I think that you tend to default to, and that's good sometimes to have multiple levels that you can be engaged at, but sometimes that easier thing can kind of suck your energy. And what makes me me? I mean,
The hair.
The hair, yeah. It's just this. You cut this off. Who even am I? I think what makes you you? I mean, there's the obvious stuff, like your personality and the things you care about, but in a more metaphysical, fundamental sense, I think that what makes you you is your idea of what good is, I think. And like the compassion that you can bring into the world, I think is an important part of who you are. I think that this is hard. That's a really hard question. Probably all of that was just nonsense, and you should cut it out.
Okay.
In the final cut. I don't know. Maybe you can do some of it, but
No, that was good.
what makes me me? I mean, what makes me personally is an easier question. like the things that define me are probably kind of worldview that's sort of focused on the idea of universal compassion, I guess, which is, where the whole animal welfare thing comes from. And I think just kind of always keeping in mind, like, an appreciation for appreciation for things at all scales, maybe. Like, it's important to be able to appreciate a really good waffle and also, like, the vastness of
The
universe. Yeah. There's this Carl Sagan quote that I really like, which is that we are the cosmos' way of knowing itself, and I think that's cool. And so I think maybe what makes you, what makes anybody, is being able to sort of participate in that spectacle and participate in that appreciation. Yeah, that's what I'm going with.
Okay.